am a little early tonight. Oh, just a bit. Just a little bit. Yeah, I had to turn it down. Down. Trying to figure out why that phone doesn't like staying connected. I don't know why. And I have to sneeze. Oh, why does this phone?
All right, this thing connected. Making any sense to me. Hey, Tracy.
Hey, Tracy.
All right. So the volume, my volume, if you will. Holy crap, I know. Why do I have an echo on my computer? All right. What's that? Is the echo gone? Yeah. No, because I still hear it on the right side. Everything else open. Okay.
What about now? Is the echo gone? What about my volume? Okay. I don't know what's going on. Irritating the heck out of me, that's for sure. Okay, so I finished the small one. It's done, it's sealed, it's ready to mount. So I'll probably go pick up the foam board tomorrow. I have something stuck in my under my plate. And started a new one. Hey, Miss Kim. Yeah, I started a new one. So this one is moving much faster. There is actually a lot of color blocking on this one. So you can see I've done all of this, the D, all of this, all of the blue spots up top, and and all of this side. So I'm going to explain a little bit about color blocking and confetti in diamond painting. So remember we had a lot of different colors here that would only have a couple at a time. That's called confetti. So where you only have a couple diamonds or small sections of diamonds of the same color, that's like in this area here, that's called confetti. Okay? But then, like on this one, we have large sections of mostly the same color. So this is a lot of, like right here, there's 3 different colors right here. Blocks, chunks of 3 different colors. 1, 2, 3. So with that, we call that color blocking. Hi, Janelle. So since there's a lot of color blocking in this one, sweet Tracy, text me the pictures. So with this one, I'm moving quite quickly because there's big chunks of the same color, so I can use my bigger multi-placers. Usually you see me using these ones. Let's see, these smaller ones. This one's 4 and this one's a 3, and then I use a 2 sometimes too. There it is. And then I'll use the 2. So these are the ones that you usually see me using. But with color blocking, I can use my bigger ones. One is an 8 and one is a 6. So I'll move faster. Oh, coasters are fun. I have some. I've done 3 different sets of coasters. Yeah, those are fun. So I'm moving quite quickly on this one. Go Janelle, go Janelle. Freaking A. So I've already cut my film right down the center so I can do this next chunk. I do. Mod Podge. gloss. And what I do, sealer, yeah. Miss Kim, I'll come back to that. I use this, but I water it down 50-50 because we're not trying to completely cover the drills or the diamonds. What we're trying to do is actually get down between the diamonds to cover the adhesive and just lock in the base of the diamond. That's all we're trying to do. But that way, if you're not putting it and covering the diamond, you don't lose your sparkle. Other people will use polyacrylic, which is a wood sealer. All right. Now this one is semi-gloss. You can use semi-gloss or gloss. Either one, it's okay. Papa. Scoot. Or, and this is just stuff that you can find every day in your local hardware store, craft store, whatnot. This is what I can get in the middle of nowhere. They do make diamond art sealers now that you can find. I can't find them in town, but you guys being in the city probably can. I just use what I can get, and these are things that I can get. Oh. And if you forget, Miss Kim, just email me. Right, Janelle? Yeah, and you could probably still get that 2-day shipping from Amazon. We can't. Even Amazon Prime, the supposed 2-day shipping is not 2-day shipping for us. So I just use what I can buy locally that I know I can find locally. So you don't have to seal your paintings, Miss Kim. Sorry, I have something stuck under the edge of my plate and it's driving me nuts. Some of the more affordable ones don't have the greatest adhesive, or they use double-sided adhesive sheets for the adhesive. And those you might want to seal. Some of the bigger companies that you can buy from will actually have warranties that will be voided if you seal them. I seal everything. I live in the high desert, in the mountains. The winds are atrocious all the time, and there is no way to stop dust. I'm a dog groomer, so there's no way to stop dog hair either. So it does take a long time for the adhesive to dry out and stop being so sticky. So if you're using, or if you're doing round diamonds like I am, or special shapes, those leave a lot of gaps in between the diamonds. And that can collect dust and dirt if they're not behind frame or behind glass in a frame. I don't frame any of my paintings because that would be extremely expensive for me to do here. Yeah, we don't get that. We don't have that here. It still takes several days for Prime shipping to get to us. Usually up to about a week. So I usually just use what I can get in town that I know works. Framing is expensive. So what I actually do, dadgummit, Hold that thought. So what I do is a scroll style where I use a piece of wood trim at the bottom. I cut the painting to the sides, leave a tab on the top and bottom, cut a piece of wood trim the same width as the painting, put a little bit of glue on it over, and then I staple the painting to the trim. And then the top, this one's kind of long. I do the same thing, but then I also staple on, this is jute twine. You can use cotton twine. You can use ribbon, yarn, string. There's all kinds of different things that you can use for the hanger. I just tie a knot in the end and staple it down. So they're mounted like a scroll. And I can get these 8-foot pieces of wood trim. They're like $5 or $6 here, which in the city would probably be a little bit cheaper. And you can get a couple of paintings out of them. Yes, Tracy lives here in the same town as me. Yeah, the name of that one is called This Little Light of Mine. I have a couple that are like that, from that artist, that are from her Faith collection. Yes, 5 to 7 days usually. Every once in a blue moon, you might get lucky as far as what time of day on a certain day you order, and you might get it in 4 days. If it's coming from like Salt Lake or Vegas. It depends. It also depends on what carrier it comes through. Good night. Yeah, Miss Kim. So we live, Tracy and I, we live exactly halfway between Vegas and Salt Lake in the rural mountains of Nevada. So about 250 miles from Vegas, 250 miles from Salt Lake, approximately. Oh, we're not complaining. I mean, it just is what it is. So I take alternatives that I know I can get locally, or things that I can do or use locally, so I don't always have to wait on Amazon if I run out of something. Oh, this one? Oh yeah, this one, I love this one. Of course, it's sunflowers. So yeah, I just tend to use what I can get locally, and what's affordable locally. Oh, it absolutely is. If you're into the outdoor life, it absolutely is. Because, hey, Shay, because you go, and Tracy can back me up on this, you go 10, 15 minutes outside of town, and you've got no signal. You're completely off grid. That's why I have such a hard time with the quality of my stream sometimes, because, yes, yes, nearest Walmart is almost 200 miles. 230 to Twin. I'll have to remember that. So yeah, Walmart. The closest one is Elko, and that's almost 200 miles. No Target, no Sam's Club, no Costco, none of that. Closest, doesn't St. George, Tracy, doesn't St. George have a Costco? That would be the closest Costco, wouldn't it? or is it Sam's Club in St. George? I know they've got one of them. Somebody told me they got one of them. I can't remember though. Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought. But if I'm going to drive 3.5 hours to St. George, I might as well finish the trip and go to Vegas. Oh, Shay, you poor thing. Costco is amazing. Um, I may as well finish the trip and go ahead and go all the way into um, Vegas because I have family there, so I can visit with family, have lunch, have dinner, stay a day or two. You're good in the Raptors, Papa. You're just going to stay out of the corner. Unless it's the corner in the middle of the room. That's what I was thinking. I knew it was a little bit longer than going to St. George. I don't know much about Utah because I never go there. I always go to Vegas because I have family there. I've got a place to stay, so I don't have to stay in a hotel. And we get to hang out with my family because I'm really close to the family that we go visit. So we just go to Vegas. But no, no. So it's nice because you can go camping. I mean, hunting. Exactly. Yeah, I wish. I wish. So I tend to do things a little bit differently. Yeah, and see, and Tracy goes to Salt Lake for everything because she knows Salt Lake. I don't. I go to Vegas for everything. I've been in all the years. I've been to Salt Lake twice for the weekend, and then I did. And of course, I did drive. I don't drive in the city. Yeah, when my grandma was still around before she passed, my grandfather was retired Air Force, so we'd go to Nellis. They have a thrift store on base. We'd go to the thrift store, to the commissary. So yeah, we used to go to the base all the time, especially when I was younger. Yeah. So, but yeah, I tend to do things a little bit differently. Give people ideas for, oh, Carrie Ann, you're fine. I'm actually a little early. Um, Giving people options and ideas for more affordable ways to do things because Diamond paid so much. Um, I'm not paying for the paintings, and then because some of them I've paid a lot for, like that one I just showed you. I forget how much it was. I want to say it was $60. I hope that wasn't me tapping on the keyboard wasn't too loud for you guys. I'm sorry. I forgot I had the mic on the computer. It's not showing there. I say that order. Not that order. Christmas gifts 2 years ago. Okay, I'm getting close. That's it. Nope. I'm sorry, it was 45. And it's no longer available. And I purchased this one June 28th, 2021. Oh, you're very welcome, Wendy, but I don't consider myself a powerhouse at all. I'm just some weirdo in the middle of nowhere. She loved it, Carrie Ann. I dropped it off. Um, and she fell in love with it. She was just grinning from ear to ear. She loved it. Shay, you tell Carrie. That's right. I had to go back in the comments. Oh, Wendy, it happens. I actually lost a few subs over the last few days, and I think it's just YouTube doing its thing again. But I do appreciate you. Papa, you do that. If you're not feeling well, you get some rest. But if it keeps up, I really want to see you go to the doctor just to make sure you're all right. Even if you don't like doctors. Yeah, my nails tap, and I forgot I had the mic on the computer. Hey, Ozan. How are you, darling? Yeah, I usually don't eat. I might snack Because I have false teeth, sometimes I get bits under the edge of my plate. So I tend not to eat too much. Here, Papa, yes, we have bugs. We definitely have bugs here. Hey, Tiff. I'm breaking up. How's it sound now? Yes, we get those kind of bugs too. You're welcome. It absolutely does. So, um, I've been really busy at the shop. Um, we're still going to continue to argue over that, aren't we, Scooter? Um, no, bugs can be year round, Papa. I have several playlists, Wendy, um, because I do so much on my channel. I tend to separate everything into playlists to make it easier for those who are only interested in one thing or another, and that way it doesn't bother them. So yes, I do have playlists. Yes, we have scorpions, usually the small ones though. Um, here's why I've been doing the memberships and everything. And once I explain it, you guys will understand. There's been a lot lately within the anti Scientology community because not everybody here is from that. So, hey, Big Chief, um, there's been a lot of division, there's been a lot of stress and strife. And sadly, some people have lost subs, others haven't. Um, and I don't want to see that happen. We all need the subs, we all need the hours to keep doing what we're doing. Um, I've been extremely busy at the shop. It's been summer shed season, so I've been very busy. And I was able to put a budget aside to do the memberships. And this is my thought process behind memberships and not super chats. For those that are the smaller channels that are monetized, I can gift the memberships. And that potentially could bring in new people. Because when people have memberships, they tend to interact with the channel more. With them interacting with the channel, that boosts the algorithm. Exactly, Papa. And this is that's gonna kind of go into what I'm fixing to say. The more people interact with a channel, it boosts the algorithm to push potentially that channel or that topic out to more people, potentially bringing in more people for that channel. For exactly, Wendy, exactly. If somebody has a membership, they are more likely to interact with the channel. More interaction with the channel actually boosts the algorithm for that channel and that topic. So it could potentially push that channel and that topic further out into the YouTube verse, potentially bringing in more viewers, exposing more people, new members, new subscribers to your channel long term. and potentially bringing more people in for potential protesters or researchers or people to get active. So it's kind of a dual use, and I'm thinking long term with it. Oh, okay, okay, Papa. But I'm thinking long term with that because the more members a channel has, the more people interacting with the channel, the more the algorithm for that channel and topic is going to get boosted. So for the smaller channels, um, for the second gens, I have been dropping those membership gifts to help push the algorithm. I had a budget. I am nearing the end of that budget for this round. That is not to say that I won't be doing it again for the next round of channels that get monetized. So that was the whole purpose. Supporting you guys, helping boost you guys. I'm in the middle of nowhere. I can't get out and go protest as much as I would like. Because I'm telling you right now, if I was closer to Vegas, I'd be there all the time. But I can't. I can't do that drive as often as I would like. It's a rough drive and it gets expensive in a big truck because that's 250 miles one way. One way. It's a 4-hour drive one way. So it's not feasible for me to go to Vegas as much as I would like. So, what else can I do? I started doing this to kind of give people, Janelle, and I usually do it before I even announce that I'm there. And I just get it. I just get the biggest kick out of it. It is so fun to me. Um, but it does long run. It helps the channel. It helps boost engagement and interaction on the channel. It helps boost the algorithm to potentially bring people in, encouraging people to renew their memberships. I mean, it really does help. And in the long run, it's about bringing more people to the cause because your algorithm gets boosted, and then that's going to bring it to more people in the YouTube verse. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, Papa. Absolutely. Oh, see, I cannot get gifted memberships because my account is a branded account because it's an extension of my shop. That's how it started. That was the main purpose of it. So being a branded account, I cannot be gifted. Exactly, Wendy. Exactly. But I kind of wanted to explain it. Janelle, before his phone overheated, what was it, last week? Before his phone overheated and it shut off, we'd gotten him up to 80 or 85 memberships, gifted memberships that day. And I wasn't the only one. There were several people that were gifting. It was amazing. And I think it was at a time for Eric that was sorely needed. Oh, nonsense. Nonsense with Wendy. No, no. I won't accept that. Mm-mm. I don't accept that. No. Oh, were they really? Yeah, no, I can't. I can't get gifted memberships because I have a branded account, and that's okay. Because in all honesty, I would rather support the channels in this way than to be a member. Yeah, it was like 80 or 85 memberships. I was in tears, and I don't cry easily. I was in tears that day. I was so freaking happy for him. Um, and yes, gifting memberships is also contagious. Again, it's just another way that we can encourage people that can afford it to be able to do that. Getting more members, getting that interaction on the channel, boosting the algorithm for that channel to bring in potentially new people that have never been exposed before, to spread the word of what we're doing, to educate people that don't know. It's that is why I started doing that. So it's really about looking toward the future for your guys' channels and for the movement in general. Yes, Wendy. I'm not sure because sometimes I'll pop in, drop a gift, and pop right back out. So I don't always stay around for everybody to notice before I head back out. See, I don't see it that way, Tiff, because not always is it announced that the person gifting has a channel. And I'm okay with that because that's not Scooter, and because that's not why I'm doing it. Um, because it's not a lot of times when people gift, sometimes they have channels and sometimes they don't. Um, but more often than not, it is not stated whether the gifter has a channel or not. So I don't even stress that. It does build a lot of goodwill. It absolutely does. Um, like I said, I'm not going to be able to do it much longer. I am nearing the end of my budget that I had set aside for it. But that's just going to give me time to save up for the next round of channels that get monetized, where I can drop them. So I have slowed down quite a bit. You too, Miss Kim. Get some rest. We'll talk to you later, honey. Um, but it's for me. It really is about helping you guys boost your algorithm and bringing in potentially new people, because how the algorithm works and the way I understand it, sometimes, Janelle, yes, um, but they don't specifically say whether the gifter has the channel at the same time or not. And like I said, I'm not worried about that. That is not the purpose. Um, what was I saying? Oh goodness, chat got me sidetracked. All right, Carrie Ann, we'll talk to you later, honey. Go get some rest. I forget what I was saying. Oh no, I don't. I remember now. Hi, Mo. What's up, baby? You want to come say hi? So the way it has been explained to me, and the way, was it fully green? I love it. I absolutely freaking love it. Oh, that is awesome. Um, so the way that the algorithm works, I'm just going to say Al because I always get hung up on that word. The way Al works is they look at the channels that people, like members, are active in. Oh, let me get this out of your way, baby. There you go. There you go, baby. There she is. They look at that, all the channels that, let's say, Janelle is active in, a member in, whether they're of the same topic or not. Um, then other people that are subscribed to the same topic channels tend to get suggested for that channel. Hey, Maya. How big? Good mama's girl. So that's how we can draw in more people that have maybe never been exposed, never been educated, anything like that, and be able to bring in new people that could potentially add to the movement. So, like, I'm subscribed to not just thank you, mamas. I'm not only subscribed to anti-Scientology channels. I have a lot of craft channels. That too, that too. Absolutely. It really does kind of help change the um, environment of a chat. It does. I wish I could do it all the time, honestly. But I've had to be a bit more picky, a bit more um, selective, especially now that I'm nearing the end of the budget that I had set aside for this. But so if I become a member in Janelle's channel or Maya's channel, and I'm super active because I'm a member now, because I didn't have to pay for it, so you're more likely to be more active. Then people who are also subscribed to some of the other channels that I am are going to be suggested. They're going to see it suggested more likely in their suggestions. I'm subscribed to the History Channel. I'm subscribed to a lot of like educational channels. And so people who are also subscribed to those types of channels have a better chance of seeing Maya or Janelle's. The price doesn't change one way or the other. So I just, it depends on how much money I have that day, because I have a running count, but it also kind of runs how much money I've made that day. That plays into it a little bit too, or that week, and how much other people are gifting memberships as well. So there's a lot that goes into when I decide to do it. But it's all about trying to bring in new people for the channels, the small channels that are currently monetized. We can build them up, and then when the next, and of course I give watch hours and everything for the channels that are not monetized yet. We drop those links in my chat all the time to help get them subs. And then I will leave my computer and my phones running all night for watch hours. So that is not uncommon. So I help how I can with the channels, small channels that are not yet monetized, while trying to help get the newly monetized or smaller monetized channels a boost in their subs and memberships to help them out as well. Hey Tammy. So there's a lot that goes into when I decide to drop them. There's a lot of thought that kind of, several things have to kind of line up, but it is all about trying to uh, bring in a better um, environment. Um, once they will also, YouTube will also actually gift memberships to people who have never even been to a channel randomly. So that's another way to bring in new people too. I know there's been a couple times I've gifted. Good, I'm glad. I try to catch everybody and say hi when they come in. But I've gifted a few times, and people have. I've never been to this channel. How did I get a membership? Because YouTube said randomly as a person. So that's another good part. That's another thing, that a good thing that it does is it can bring. We know for a fact that it brings people into. Um, no, Janelle. I'll clarify that in a second. But it already has shown that it's brought new people to the community. That is why I keep doing it, and I'll do it as long as I can. Um, so the whole requirements, it is 50 to go live through YouTube. Then you have to activate the live function. That's it, Janelle. Exactly. It will randomly, occasionally pull somebody completely from out of the blue. That's what I'm talking about. So it's 50 to go live. Then you have to activate the live function, and it can be up to 24 hours. That is directly through YouTube. It is 500 subs and 3,000 hours for the first stage of monetization. That's super chats, super stickers, memberships, and access to listing your store and all that. It is 1,000 subs. Exactly. Activate before you try to go live at least 24 hours ahead of time. That's going straight through YouTube. Okay, that is YouTube's requirement. And then for full monetization, that's where you get ad revenue. It is 1,000 subs and 4,000 hours. I don't understand why it's saying 500. It's supposed to only be 50 to go live. You may be looking at the first stage monetization where you can get supers. That is 500. It's 500 subs and 3,000 hours. And then full monetization where you get supers, memberships, store, and ad revenue is 1,000 subs and 4,000 hours. Hey, Sunrise. However, you can get around that by using a streaming platform, a streaming service like Restream, StreamYard, Prism, Streamlabs, Stream Elements. There's a lot of them to choose from. Those, I'm not sure. I did. I don't know if I even saw her in. Liz is live. I can't remember off the top of my head. Um, or on shorts, 3 million views. Yes, which is insane. I don't even worry about shorts. I mean, I'll post shorts, but I don't worry about trying to use those towards my stats. Um, but you can get past that minimum sub requirement by using damn, by using a streaming platform. Most of them do not have a minimum sub requirement to be able to use them to go live. Once you connect your channel, you're fine. Exactly, Janelle. That's why I don't even bother. I have fun making them sometimes, or I make them like the one about how to turn on subs only mode. Um, so I use them for educational, for fun, things like that. But um, I don't use those to try to go towards my stats to get monetized. That's just there's no way. There's no way. Scooter Mom, have you created a playlist? Creating playlists makes it much easier for your viewers to be able to set the playlist and let it run all night. That does make it, Janelle, absolutely. It's intimidating to go live. It took me a while before I went live, and even then, it took me forever to even be comfortable going live. I would sit here and fidget constantly, which I still fidget, but not near as much as I used to. Okay, yeah. If you create playlists with your videos or whatever, um, they do, but the watch time you get from shorts is because shorts are so short isn't a lot. That's why they say um, out. It's hours or shorts, but still trying to get 3 million views unless you go viral. It's not going to happen for the average person. Yeah, and that's great that you have a plan of action. That is good. Okay. Yes. And once you get videos, it does help to have your videos organized into playlists because, like I said, somebody can go in, hit a playlist, play all, and it will play through that entire playlist um, through the entire night. Or when somebody's at work, they can do it on their TV and let it run all day while they're at work, things like that. So it is absolutely helpful to have playlists. It makes it so much easier for people just to say play all on a playlist, and it'll just play play all the way through the playlist. It does. If you're super nervous and you're having a hard time dealing with that, see if you have somebody that you can go live with to get you started until you get comfortable. That's a great idea. Playlists they just make it so much easier for people to just hit a playlist and let it play. Oh yeah, you were it was bad. I was so nervous. Um, there were a couple times that I had small panic attacks right before I'd go live. But yeah, now I've gotten to know you guys. We've created a foundation, and I'm much more comfortable now. Nice, Janelle. I'll go check it out when I'm done. Yes, hashtags do help as far as drawing in potential new viewers, because the hashtags are when people search for a topic, that's what the hashtags are. It'll use those hashtags as well as in the settings. So it's kind of a double function, I guess. You can manually put your video under a topic and use the hashtags, because then those hashtags will help bring people in when they search for those words in your hashtag. Perfect, Janelle. That really is an easy way to get people to help with your watch hours, is to have those. Oh, good, Maya. I bet it was tight. Oh, I bet. Um, that's There's a couple reasons why I have playlists. One, it's because I do so much on my channel. Exactly, Tammy. Exactly. Um, so if I have somebody that is just on my channel just for my crochet stuff, they can go straight to that playlist and they don't have to search through all my videos. If I have somebody who's a train enthusiast, they can go straight to my around town playlist, or they're into historic things, they can go straight to my around town playlist, and that's got the tour of the museum that we took. It's got all the stuff that we have around town and the things that we do around town. It's got all that stuff in it. So playlists do make it easier if you do multiple things on your channel, and it also helps with the viewing hours, because, like I said, they can just hit that play all and done. Then you are golden with hashtags, but they do help. I don't do hashtags very often. Um, it I just don't. But yeah, they do help. I'm just not good at hashtags. I do tend to hashtag my shorts more often. Um, but my videos, I just place those into the playlists. Like all of these night streams that I do, I have a playlist that's uh, whip and chat, random crafts. Whip and chat is just work in progress for those that may not know. Um, so it's this stuff. It's our chats, our any of the random craft stuff that I do. So anything like that will go into that playlist. And because right now it actually is the one with the most hours as far as video hours, um, that would be the best one for somebody to play for hours for me or something like that. So all they would have to do is go to this playlist and click play all. Yeah, but hashtags are definitely important. Papa. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, with the shorts, definitely. Not so much with my videos. I've done a few, but not as many as I probably should. But I definitely make sure I do it on the shorts. So, and that's just some little nuggets to keep in your ear, keep in your head, um, as you get more into your channel and creating and building your channel. That too. That too. And that's the part that I'm not good at. That's why I don't do well. I feel like I have hair on my nose. Um, that'll work. Um, That's why I don't do so well with my videos, but I definitely try to tag my, yeah. Exactly. Exactly. The basics. Mm-hmm. I see you. I see you. Yeah, I don't know everything, but I can catch the drift of the basics. That's for sure. I know enough. I know enough. All right, my coffee cup's about to be empty. I'm gonna go get a cup of coffee real quick. I'll be right back. All right. Oh, absolutely, Janelle. Absolutely. Papa. Okay. Search, start, and a painting. I watch a couple. That's a long hashtag. That is a long hashtag. Holy crap. Yeah, and I'm definitely here to support and help however I can for anybody getting started. For sure. Scooter Mom can verify that. Yeah, that was a long hashtag. Yes, I think we all did, Papa. We just didn't want to be mean and call it out. Awesome. Now, a lot of times I may not comment, but I'm definitely going, I'm watching, and I'm hitting that like button. I will tell you that now. If I tell you I'm going to go look at something, I go look. Oh, but Maya, your accent is so pretty. Sunrise. No, it didn't work, Papa. You know why? Because I'm mostly Italian, but I got some Scottish there too. That doesn't work on me. Yeah, I definitely adore your accent, Maya. Hey, Lydia. Hey, Mary. I know it can be difficult sometimes, um, but I love your accent. Oh, oh, you all right, Mamas? Oh, okay, you're good. Papa, you failed miserably, darling. Miserably. It's all good. We still love you. And that Irish charm doesn't work on a Scottish woman. Sunrise, I was waiting for that. You've gone through a lot the last several days. Go get some rest. Scooter Mom, we can get together and we can walk. I can walk you through it. Yeah, you've gone through a lot. You've had a lot of stress, a lot of worry. I was waiting for you to crash and hurt, honestly. Go get some rest. We'll talk to you later. Oh, yeah, Maya, I speak this language, and it still gets me. All good. We understand. I am. I finished the other one, Lydia. I ended up sleeping for several hours yesterday afternoon, and so I didn't sleep much last night. So I finished the one I was working on, the little one. It's completely done now. I just need to mount it, and then started this new one. So I've done, and this one has a lot of color blocking. It's where these little ones, these woodland cottages, have a lot of confetti. These have this one has background, family family background. Now the Italian, I know for a fact. My great grandmother, I had her until I was 16. She was straight off the boat Italian. She came through Ellis Island, and genealogy on my dad's side, and those are the main ethnic groups I come from. But this one's got a lot of color blocking, so I'm moving through this one quickly. And I have all of this side, the blue spots, all of this side, and now I'm fixing to work through the center here because these are the biggest areas of color blocking. Yes, that's all it is. That's all it is, Scooter, but I got you. I'm sure once you fall asleep, everything's going to settle down, the animals are going to settle down, and you'll be all right. Go get some rest, darling. You need it. That's wonderful, Mary. That is wonderful. Yeah, I love diamond painting. Exactly. Scooter, you're not the only one. I mean, I speak English every day and I still struggle with it. Oh, yeah, get that commission piece done first. Yeah. Thank you, Lydia. Oh, no. Just give it some time and keep a good eye on it. Now go get some rest. We love you. Oh, dude, I have one that is, of course, because you guys know I'm all about my guns. Um, I have one that is black and white of a revolver, and the only color on it is the woman's lips because she's holding it like this to like she's gonna blow on the barrel. Solid black and white, except for the bright red of the lips. I love that one. And then I have another one that's bigger than this. Um, this one's 40 by 30. I want to say that one's probably 50 by 40 centimeters. Um, and it's a solid black and white of Jesus. Oh, I absolutely would, Maya. I'm not gonna lie. I have tried to learn Spanish multiple times over the years. My brain just does not retain another language. I have tried. It does not work. I've tried several different methods, several different, not companies, but I guess that's the best way to put it, to try to learn Spanish. I just cannot remember the language. I cannot remember the words, the sounds, how to put them together. I can't. I've tried so hard. Nice, Mary. Get all ready. Nice. You're fine, Papa. I'm definitely looking forward to it too. Hmm. Absolutely. But yeah, this has been today's production. That's a good idea. That's a really good idea. Yes. So, Mary, since you're like me and into a lot of the crocheting and stuff, Miss Lydia here, as you can see by her name, um, also is a yarn worker like us. Um, oh, that'll probably make it a lot easier once you get used to it. Yeah, that's what I do, Mary. I just put them into different playlists. Yes, Tammy, I do. Um, from what I've been told, so my oldest had a speech delay. She didn't start talking until she was 4.5, and when she did start talking, um, we had to basically do speak or um, react to articulate properly. And I talked to her speech pathologist, specialist, and actually pretty common with very creative people that sometimes they have a difficult time learning additional languages because our brain is wired for creativity, not linguistics. So that's what I was told. Because it is insanely difficult for me to be able to learn and remember just a couple words, but within a week I can't. I'm done. I cannot remember. So it is something that I think is linked to very creative people. Sorry. That thought. Okay. Did Keith pop in here? I don't. Oh, there he is. Hey, Keith. All right. This is and oh, what just happened? Thank you. That was weird. Computer screen. This is Maya's channel, and Maya is a wonderful, wonderful artist. She does a lot of paintings and drawings too, if I'm not mistaken. Maya, right? This is Lydia's crochet channel or yarn channel. You can find a link to her brand new diamond painting channel. Yes, I'm getting there, Keith. And you can find a link to her brand new diamond painting channel in her community tab. Interesting. That's interesting, Tammy. In that case, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. Oh, you're welcome, Lydia. I really enjoy helping other small channels, whether it's, the same anti Scientology community that many of us come from or not. So, Keith, the cruise was actually something that last year, before we lost Doug Kramer, that a lot of people were asking about doing. And cricket is actually a, it's not travel agent. Uh, she's a she helps. Hey, Debbie. She helps people go away. That's what her business is called. Um, but so many people, so many people were wanting to do something like this as like a meet and greet with others within the community. Um, they eventually, Cricket, because this is what she does for a living, she offered to organize it for everybody. But unfortunately, we lost Doug. Well, they didn't get back to her for so long that she finally started putting it together herself. Then we lost Doug. We went through the whole split, the after flap or whatever you want to call it, that mess. Um, oh, where are you going, baby? Oh, flopping in the hallway. Okay. Um, this one is Scooter Mom. So we went through losing Doug. Cricket decided to go ahead and do it and started putting it together. Um, then we went through the whole split. Um, and know what's been going on. Rest in peace, Doug. Um, it's it's a really about more so the community getting together and basically doing a meet and greet cruise style and being able to finally meet a lot of people in person with some of the creators going. Um, that was the whole kind of thought behind the cruise. Wow. I'm sorry, Papa. I don't know. That's not the first time somebody said something about me breaking up. I know my computer was doing quite a bit trying to get links for everybody. So it should be better now that I'm not doing so much with my computer. It should be better. I'm sorry you didn't find out. I haven't. Oh, what were you told, Keith? I wonder what you were told. Yeah, so originally it was so many people were were asking to do something like this with the other, hey, Yadira, um, there were so many people asking to do something like that. Probably, Tammy, probably. Um, that Cricket did approach the other big creators. Thank you, No Face. Appreciate it. Go back to bed. It's all good. Um, but the oh no, that wasn't the point. That was a possibility, but that was not the main focus of the cruise at all. All right, let me. Okay. How's that? Is that better? Does that sound better? Okay, perfect. No, Keith. No. It just seems like you're partially informed. That's all. That's all. Like I said, it was mentioned that that was a possibility if the ship was in port. But that was not the sole purpose for the cruise. It really, it honestly, 100%, it started because so many people were wanting to do meet and greets. That got it. No. Initially, it was for the meet and greet with the big creators. But when Cricket approached the big creators, they never responded or they basically patted her on the head and said, "We'll come back to this later." And she let that go for a little while, but people were still talking about doing, the meet and greet and getting to meet people and each other and everything. Eventually, Cricket, she talked to Doug about it. Doug thought it was a badass idea. And so she eventually started planning it on her own without the big creators and just opened it for everybody. Oh, yeah. Welcome in. Thank you. So it's always been about a social gathering with the possibility, if the ship is in port, to Grace Ellen's ship. I hear you. I couldn't go this year either. If it goes well, this might be something that can be done in other methods for people who
are scared of ships, couldn't make that big of an investment for a cruise, things like that. There are other options to continue this or to do more. That was kind of the plan at the time. I haven't talked to Cricket about it in a while, but that was the whole plan. That's how it all came about. So yeah, it was opened when Cricket decided to go ahead and plan it on her own and organize it on her own. It was automatically open to anyone who wanted to go, not just creators. Well, I appreciate it, Lydia. What do you mean, Janelle? I haven't even started painting yet. Yeah, it wasn't just for the sole purpose of protesting the ship. That much I can tell you right off. I hope so. I hope so. Try to make it fun for you guys. I hadn't started with the diamonds yet. I am now. I was enjoying the conversation. That yeah. I know. I know. Yeah, when they kind of did what they did, Cricket was like, I'm going to plan it and I'm going to do it how I want. I understand now I understand exactly what you're saying. And it absolutely can feel like that at times. We also have to remember that those bigger creators, especially people like Aaron, who's got over 200,000 subs, and Good, William Good Streets, they have to be very selective on, events that they attend. Having that many folks in your chat and on your channel, it can be overwhelming, and it's a lot to handle, and there's so much going on that they can't stop and take the time that they need to kind of get to know people enough to know if that's a safe person. So I understand exactly where you're coming from. And Scooter's right. It is not your autism. Okay. It does feel like that at times, but we need to kind of put it into perspective. I want you to put yourself in say, Aaron or Streets' shoes, and you have over 200,000 subscribers to your channel. How much can you actually stop and spend with each individual person to get to know them individually and personally? It's almost impossible. So it's not intentional, but yet it does sometimes come across like that. Even people who have, 15,000 or 20,000 subs, it can feel the same way. So it's not intentional, I don't think, with those larger creators. That too. I mean, they all have, especially the gems, they all have a connection that we don't have with them. I mean, many of us weren't in, we're called never ins for a reason. So they do have a connection and that draw to each other that many of us don't have. But I don't feel that it's intentional. We just, us other cool kids meet here. It's hard. No, they're not. But having that many subscribers means you're going to have a lot more activity and involvement and interaction on your channel. And that's what I'm talking about. It's hard for a creator with that kind of activity and interaction on their channel. It's hard for them to interact with every single person on their chat. Even though it's not 200,000 people in the chat, it be anywhere from 500 to 8,000 in a chat at one time, because I have seen that. Yes, but I also think that, and this is just my own theory, I also think that Anana, the cruise was scheduled before all of that. Yeah, the cruise has been scheduled for almost a year. I hope not. I hope not, Janelle. I know Reese had talked about being interactive with her fans. When Marilyn was originally planning on going, she had the same thing, full intentions of interacting with everybody. For the most part, I think most of the creators, larger creators, have all intent of interacting with everybody. That's all I can say, and we won't know until it happens. So I mean, there's no way to know. But yeah, the cruise has been scheduled long before a lot of this happened. Cricket was already talking to Doug about doing this before Doug passed away. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I know that many of the larger creators that I know had confirmed at one point, they all had intents, and we're talking and making mention of meeting everybody and interacting with everybody. That's all I can go on. I get it. And it's tough. It's tough. This whole parasocial, it's difficult. No matter which way you go with it, which however you try to handle it, it can be very difficult. So I understand how you feel, and I do see your point. I just don't have any answers for you. I can give you my thoughts on it, but I don't have any answers. And I truly hope that for the larger creators that are going, really hope that they do interact, because there's a lot of people who are, paying to see them. I personally wouldn't go for that sole reason if I had gone. I've never been on a cruise before. That's I wanted to go. I can understand. I can understand. Um, I don't know how to answer that for you. I wish I did have an answer, but I don't know. I can't answer. Um, I can't give definite reasons or thoughts or anything like that. I can just try to see it from, no, I'm not. I wanted to, but I'm not going. I'm still working with Mona on fine tuning her training, and it probably would have been on my own. So that's something that's it was a little much for me yet. So I'm not going. Yeah, I mean, I can only try to look at it from a different perspective and give you my thoughts. I wish I could give you definite answers, because that would just make it easy for everybody. But we're not going to know until it happens. So. Oh yeah, I wanted to go because I've never been on a cruise. But like I said, Mona, we're still fine tuning Mona's training. And I would have probably had to go by myself. And that was still just a little too much for me to handle. So it has been talked about potentially, possibly after the cruise, maybe doing a land meet and greet somewhere. So there's that too. right, I'll yap all night long on here. Um, but you put me in a crowd, I'm looking for the door right quick in a hurry. Scooter, yeah, it's a very fine line with the memberships. Um, if you're paying a membership, what are you paying for if everybody's still getting the same material? So I see both sides of that argument too. Absolutely. It really is a fine line to walk with memberships. I do know that the creators do, a lot of them are very good about trying to be fair. Anata, I understand. Um, but we try to speak positively. Yes, Tammy, this is true. It definitely is a double-sided sword. Um, that's actually, if I'm not mistaken, how many of his mods, Aaron's mods, were picked, because they had been active, and that kind of relationships started. I can understand that feeling. Absolutely. Yeah, Keith, exactly. That would be cool. That would be cool. Um, but that would definitely be hard to run something like that with all the creators. You're all right, Tammy. Yeah. We just don't talk negatively about any creators. And yeah, sometimes YouTube will freeze up on you. That's what happened when I was trying to get links for people too. My computer froze. Yeah, that is a different kind of texture, for sure. It's a lot of people to handle. I don't know if I ever want to get that big. Probably not. I like my smaller channel so we can. This is true, Keith. This is true. Yeah, luckily it just blinks for a minute and I just have to let it catch up and then I'm good. Tammy, I understand that too. It's not the kindest. And that's hard to deal with. Keep blinking out the comments. Yeah, that's true too. Sometimes it's somebody just trying to stir shit up. And that does not make things easy to handle as a creator either. Did you see Scooter Mom's community post? If you haven't, I'll drop the link. I think this might be a little bit of what you're kind of looking for and kind of what you're talking about. And I think it's a fantastic idea for the small channels. No, I understand, Tammy. Hey, Audit, how are you, honey? I understand, Janelle. Thank you. Thank you so much, Janelle. Go ahead and turn. I go to the other page real quick, or other tab real quick. I'm gonna drop the link directly to Scooter Mom's community post that I was just talking about. Because I think this is kind of the idea of what Keith has got in his mind. And when I drop this link, and you guys, if you go to where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? Did you take it, Dixon? Okay, here it is. I got it. All right. Oh, but I'm not on mobile, so I can't go to it directly. I'm used to being on mobile. So if you scroll down to the post that starts out with, "Hi everyone, I'm writing today to tell you about an idea," check out that post. Okay, so there's Scooter Mom's community tab. Scroll down to the post that starts with, "Hi everyone." And check out that post, Keith. I think that might have kind of what you're thinking of what Scooter Mom wants to kind of start doing. And Papa's back. Hey, Papa. You read the post, Papa? See, and you're a good one because you're in a lot of different chats too. You'd be a good a good person to be able to contribute to. Same with audit. You guys are in a lot of the smaller channels too. That would be something you guys could kind of keep an eye on, of when you can kind of clip things. And Scooter Moms, I just linked it. It's the last link here in the chat. And it's the post that starts out with, "Hi everyone." Yeah, I can do, because you can open an individual post on mobile, but it won't let you share that post. I just remembered. It would put it as a post on my page. And I already have it there. So check out that link. That link will take you directly to Scooter's community page. And scroll down to the post that starts out with, "Hi everyone." And that will explain it much better than I can. But I think that's a good way that we can start, start getting the word out, so people can start kind of "Oh, Papa, you're a good guy." He doesn't like his channel to be dropped. But what he doesn't understand is I'm going to drop it anyways. And I already have. Hey, Robert. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. You have a good night. This is true. He does not want me posting his channel or telling people to check their sub status or anything. I get yelled at when I do. Good night, honey. We'll see you later. Yeah, he yells at me when I do. But see, we're on my channel tonight, so he can't yell at me. Because I'm one of his mods. And the reason I push, even though I know he doesn't care for it, is because he's doing a fan, not yell, no. He gets on to me. He does a fantastic job. He's very kind in protesting, and I appreciate that. The man travels hours to be able to protest. That's why I appreciate and support the work and the effort that he puts in to be able to protest. Because he's like me. He lives hours and hours away from an order. So he has to travel. He has to. No, you're not, Papa. He has to travel hours to be able to get to an org. Hours, just like I do. And I really want to try to support them as much as I can. So I'm still going to drop your channel on my channel, but I will respect your rules on your channel. It wouldn't look the same if you changed it, Papa. It just would not look the same. Sorry. Okay, I gotcha, Tammy. Sometimes text doesn't come across the way we intend. I gotcha, honey. Thank you, Audit. I appreciate it. I'm right there with you, Janelle. But I also understand where he's coming from too. So so he doesn't have to share his channel. I would regularly. Because I do want to see him succeed. He's got corners right in the middle, welded in the middle of the room, the round room, where you can sit in the rafters. Yeah, you got busted on that one. I hope so too, Keith. I do have some plans tomorrow. And I'm going to see if the kids are up with going with me or not, or if I'm going to go by myself. Other than that, most of the day, I will probably be at home, online, supporting you guys. Janelle, I absolutely adore you. The ease at which you own it, I love it. Hey, Ezra, hello. Thanks for popping in. Oh, I ain't on that one. I'm not ratting you out. I'm not going there. I ain't saying nothing. I'm not saying nothing. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Thanks for popping in. I appreciate it. Yeah, she's just had a lot going on. Like the other night, she had to go to bed early because she had a doctor's appointment in the morning. So she's just had a lot going on. Just know if I don't see her tomorrow somewhere, I'll text her. She was online earlier, so I know she's good, at least for earlier. So, but if I don't see her tomorrow, I'll text her. Ooh, heavy. Yeah, she was online earlier. She did a live with DJ Nico earlier today. So, and I didn't get the message until late. I hope so too. But it's going to take some time to figure out everything that's going on. The only reason she scares you is because you met your match. But back to breakfast. I typically don't eat breakfast, but if I do, it's usually eggs, because I have a client that has a whole huge flock of chickens, and I love fresh chicken eggs. They taste so much better than store-bought eggs. So when she brings her dogs in to get their nails clipped, she brings me farm fresh eggs. And that is my tip. Yeah, I didn't get the text that she invited me until it was too late. So I missed that one. So yeah, I get free eggs. That's my cheap breakfast when I do eat breakfast. That was weird. Something just all of a sudden got in my eye. If you get ratted out, it wasn't for me. I ain't saying nothing. And how do you know she's not in the background out watching? She very well could be. Just hasn't commented. If she doesn't comment, I don't know if she's here, even though she's a mod. So it's possible she already knows, and it ain't got nothing to do with me. Just saying. Peter Mom. I mean, I'm not going to rat you out, but hey, it's true. It's true. Putting that nugget in your head so you can think about your actions. Excuse me. But as I was saying, I'm gonna see if something was just recently listed for $17,500 on my local Facebook group. I know. Oh my God. When I heard that, Janelle, I died laughing. I died laughing. That's sometimes the best way to handle it because I've been there myself a time or two. Sometimes we just have to constantly, daily remind ourselves that at least we have a roof. Does it make it any easier? No, not at all. But sometimes we just have to remind ourselves. Like I said, I've been there myself. Right, Keith? They are an absolute riot together. Oh, Papa. Oh, Danny's coming in with another trick question. Hey, Danny, how you doing? I wouldn't go that far, Papa. Not that far. How are you, darling? Janelle. Yeah, no chicken feet. I'm good. I will pass. Yeah, I will pass on the chicken feet. No, thank you. can do the pickles, but not chicken feet. That's a good question, Tammy. That's also a good question, Scooter. Very good question. Ah, Papa. Same here. Same here. Definitely in my thoughts. Hey. Tammy. Tammy, that is a legitimate statement. And I would tend to agree with that. I would tend to agree with that, for sure. Oh my goodness. Where did the time go tonight, you guys? Seems like the time just disappears sometimes. Scooter. Yeah, some of them are super fancy. Good. I'm glad you guys got it done. Ooh, no. No. Cheeto Puffs and ketchup together? Oh, absolutely not. That does sound good, Janelle. You just get to use it. You borrow it. No, I'll pass. Now, when I was younger, I would take hot dogs. Louisiana hot dog, a kind of hot dog. And I would take the individual serving, the little snack bags of chips, and I would pour the hot sauce on it. Or not chips, Cheetos. And I would pour the hot sauce on it and eat it. That. But I don't like the flaming hot Cheetos. It tastes like straight vinegar to me. I can't. Oh, Janelle. That sounds amazing. I don't have a Trader Joe's. Damn it. Right. Yeah, KFC is yummy. Sadly, it does not like me. It's just too greasy. It makes me sick every time I eat it. Well, but being over there, your KFC is probably a little bit different than ours. Oh, chat just flew by. Oh, did they? Like I said, I wouldn't know. It just makes me sick, so it's not something I can eat. You are not lying. I have done that a time or two myself. Not with KFC, but with other. Nice, Keith. Annie, that'd be pretty cool. I'm sure a lot of people would get a kick out of that. Sargento is good cheese, anyways, for sure. For not being like artisan cheeses, they're like the cheap version of artisan cheeses. They're good. Real Mexican rice and beans, I could live off of. Oh. Damn it. They, Scooter, exactly. They would get a kick out of it. Oh, Papa. Ain't no way in hell. No. Uh-uh. Nope. Oh, well, then you're golden, Danny. You're golden. You're already halfway there. Although I don't understand why chicken feet are considered that weird. Oh yeah, people eating weird food is always entertaining. Always. This is awesome. I really hope you guys are able to work that out. That'll be good. We're talking the actual feet, the feet. They're definitely a little bit different. They are definitely different. No, that doesn't sound appetizing. Just based on sound, it does not sound appetizing. Yeah, not at all. I know if I ever go back to Florida, there's a restaurant that serves the best gator. So mix me some gator. And that is some good eating. You gotta make sure it's cleaned all the way and you don't have any extra fat on it because fat takes branching. But you get a good batch, Oh, buddy. Well, my hubby would probably like that one, you know. Yeah, he's into all that hot stuff. I mean, I eat hot stuff, but I like that. I mean, it is bad enough that um, the grocery store here was having a hard time keeping fresh peppers a few years ago. And so I actually went and bought several pounds of jalapenos and habaneros, brought them home and pickled the peppers for him so that he would have peppers whenever he wanted. And he, by the end of the summer, he did not have any peppers left. And everybody thinks my kids are weird because they've been eating hot sauce and peppers since they were kids, babies. People have to remind people, we're part Puerto Rican, so it's kind of normal. Interesting. Tammy, that's interesting. Would it be cooked? Oh man. You know, they travel through here sometimes too. And ooh, Danny, I am not even going to answer that. Um, yes, they travel through here sometimes on their way to Idaho to sell, and we can get some of the chilies. I'm not even touching that one. I don't know if I could handle that. I don't know. I will let everybody else answer. Should Danny eat, the century eggs from China alive? Drop it in water, Tammy. the higher it floats in the water, the older it is. From my understanding, Danny, yes, it is. And it's because it's been fermented it in ash, and that's what turns it black. That's my understanding. Yeah, Scooter Mom. So eggshells are porous. So the older an egg is, the bigger the air bubble at the top of the egg, the fat end of the egg gets. And what Janelle's saying is pretty spot on. If it sinks and stays down up to about half of the glass, if you're using a tall glass, which you would want to test this theory, if it floats up to about halfway, you're fine. It's only a few weeks old. If it floats more than that, and you're into the top quarter of the glass, you probably don't want to eat it at all. And if it floats all the way at the surface, don't eat it. That's always been my rule of thumb when I had my chickens. Oh Lord, Danny. Oh Lord. I cannot, because you know you're gonna get it and you're gonna have to eat it. You know. No, you're gonna have to eat it. People are going to automatically say like that post just to see you do it. Oh, you poor thing. Oh no. Oh boy. I might have to tune in to watch you eat it too. Oh boy. Oh boy. Not yet. Sorry, but I got to. All right, Janelle, we'll talk to you later, honey. Get some rest. Sorry, Danny, but I was number one. How many subs do you have now? 10%, a little less than 10%. Might be a little low, but we shall see. Sorry, but I had to be like number one. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. I'm going to be watching that post all day tomorrow. Definitely going to be watching that post all day tomorrow. For sure. Yeah, Tammy, it is. Oh, Keith. It's. I don't know that it's actually 100 years old. They just call it that, if I'm not mistaken. It's actually an Asian cuisine delicacy. And basically, what they do is they preserve the egg in a specific way using ash and lye and stuff like that. You would, Papa. And with what they use to preserve the egg, it actually turns the white of the egg black. And it's a delicacy in Asian countries. like I said, I don't know that it is an actual 100 years old so much as because it looks that way because of the way they preserve the egg. I don't know. But the actual inside of the egg is black. The white of the egg, instead of being in like that clear milky color, is black. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Yeah. But that being his channel would definitely be up to him. Right. Through the mouth. I'm good. I'll pass. If he wants to eat it in the middle corners with you, sure. Yeah, pickled. When they do pickled eggs, though, they usually take the shell off, boil them, and then take the shell off. But what the vinegar does is it draws the calcium out of the shell and turns it very rubbery. Yeah, I hear you, Danny. We still share quite a few small channels here in my chat, but I hear you. Holy crap. I have that too, but I don't know how long it would take to do that. If it would actually rubberize the entire egg eventually, or would it still leave the inside raw to a point? I wonder. That is something interesting to think about. And does it work the same on farm fresh eggs or just store-bought eggs because they're much older? Would it take longer on farm fresh eggs than store eggs? And my eggs are unwashed, so they're counter safe. So would I have to wash them to wash the bloom off to open the pores for that to happen? Yeah, I got questions. Questions for sure. Be a science project me and the kids could do. Interesting. Which means I'd have to buy store-bought eggs. Huh. I'm up for it. I'll eat them. They won't go to waste. I have to think about that. But I got questions. Now you got me thinking about it. I got questions. Does farm fresh versus store-bought make a difference? All right, I am just about done with this tea. And then I am going to go ahead and call it a night. See who's live. See if Cricket's live if nobody else is. Oh, get off of there. And tomorrow, I'm going to try to go on a field trip, see if the kids want to go with me. Okay. Yeah, and see, and I really wonder if being farm fresh would also play a part. Oh, not sideways. Would that make it different? Come on, there it goes. All right, might stay up a bit longer. Perfect. So please feel free to choose. Both of these channels are live at the moment. I'm probably going to be up for a little while longer still, and I'll keep working on that. This one, like I said, not going to take me long at all because it's such a big color block. So color blocking for me goes a lot faster. Tammy, I homeschool. So I'm always taking the kids on field trips. We go all kinds of places. So, but because it's somewhere where they've been a bunch, they may not want to go. So I'm gonna let them. Oh, okay. Why don't you say something, Keith? The conversation was fun. That's why I say fun. All right, Scooter Mom. I'll probably hit those videos tonight too. Good night, Danny. We'll talk to you later. All right. So right now we've got Fluffer and Cricket are live, and then Keith is going to go live. So you guys make your choices, and let me put Keith in here real quick so you guys can. Yep. Oh, the second tab will load. Okay. There she goes. Scooter mom got it. Well, we didn't have to overlap, but you could have said something. We could have gotten off half an hour ago. Next time, say something. I was just staying on because we were talking about eggs now. All right, guys. Go ahead and pick your channel if you want to stay on and interact some more. Oh, yeah, Tammy, we do all kinds of stuff. We absolutely do. We do all kinds of stuff. We didn't hatch chickens, but we raised chickens for several years. My girls are usually, we're not doing it this year, but my girls are usually a big part of 4-H. So we raise livestock, pigs and lambs. We take care of them, you know, all that stuff. So I appreciate you too, Keith. Next time, say something. Okay? All right. I will see all of you guys later. Y'all have a wonderful night. I won't promise that I'll be live tomorrow, but I promise I will try. And for everybody on the other side, y'all have a good day, because your day is just starting. All right. You guys have a good one, and we'll see you later.